So let's talk about gravity. Do you know what is gravity? So gravity is what keeps us on the ground. We're going to add some gravity to our game. That way, if we were to walk off the edge, we will fall down. So let's create a variable called gravity in our program. So let's hover over to the variable categories. That way we can make a variable called gravity. So let's name our new variable called gravity for all sprites. And then we can click on the word OK. And you should see the word gravity appear on your stage. Now gravity isn't that useful for gamers to know, and it's not keeping track of anything specifically. So let's uncheck it from our variable category. That way we don't see it on our gaming screen. And setting up the gravity. So it is time to set up our gravity effect. So when we are not touching the platform, we'll be dragged down by the gravity. So here's a hint. When the green flag is clicked, we will set our gravity variable to -4. Then check forever to see if we are not touching blue or touching the color pink. Then change Y by the gravity. So let's add this code to your character and test out your gravity by jumping off the second floor like I tried. So let's go ahead and add the new trigger when flag clicked. And let's set our gravity variable to -4. So let's zoom out of our coding environment. And let's make some room for other scripts. That way we could trigger our new program, our new code in our program. So when the flag is clicked, we want to set our new variable gravity. We're going to set our gravity to -4. That way our gravity brings us down. And then we want to check forever if not touching the color blue or pink. So let's use a forever loop, a control, to forever check if the condition is ever true. And our condition is that we are not touching the color blue or the color pink. So either or can happen. So that's an operator. That if we are not touching either or, this condition can follow through. And our condition is that whether we are touching the color of the floor, the blue floor, or we are touching the color of the pink ladder we are climbing. Because if we are not on either of these colors, that means we are in the air. So gravity should go into effect. So if we are not touching either of those colors, we will change Y by the gravity. So again, we are not touching either of these colors. So make sure that we are not touching color blue or pink. So let's add in another operator called not. That way we can check the condition if we are not touching either of these colors. If not, we will change Y by the gravity. So let's use a motion block since Y will bring us down. So let's change Y by, we don't have a certain number, but what we did is we made a variable to hold that value, which is -4. So therefore we're going to put in our gravity variable. And let's test it out. Walk up to the second floor or the third, and now if you were to walk off the platform, it will drop you to the ground. I'll try that again. I have now gravity in my program. Let's try it on the third floor. Now if I were to walk off the edge, now I can fall off. Or I run back and fall off the second floor. So our gravity seems to be working great. And this should be the code you have for setting up gravity. Let's work on jumping next.